Sometimes narcissistic rage is taken out on people who didn't cause the actual rage. And if you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock and I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. Stay tuned for more. Sometimes the rage of a narcissist is taken out on the person who didn't cause it. And of course, if you're new here, I'm a diagnosed narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. The people closest to a narcissistic person tend to get treated the worst. You tend to get the leftovers of the limited emotional capacity that a narcissistic person possesses. You tend to become the emotional or sometimes physical punching bag of that toxic person. Personal story, today I had a few things that didn't go my way, and I was just getting increasingly frustrated throughout the day. And I came home and I saw something that I didn't like, and I felt my anger just boiling to the surface. And then my wife walked out and I was just like, whew. I was like, wait a minute. It's not her fault. She would have been the target of something that she did not cause. A lot of narcissistic people, toxic people, don't know how to express their anger in healthy ways and to get it out of their systems before they take it out on their wife or husband or children or their coworkers or their employees. So sometimes your proximity to the narcissist gets you to rage. So welcome back. Hope y'all, that right there, what I just said in that video was a part of a personal story. Like I said, yesterday was not the best day for me. And I was just having realizations throughout the day. I was just like, you know what? I'm about to rage. I can feel it building up. I do not rage like I used to. I used to have really bad episodes of narcissistic rage, anger issues, maybe. People, but I could feel it. I could feel it building up. The old feelings of rage were building up. I could feel it. Now, because I've been in therapy for 5 years, I can kind of curtail that rage. I can kind of stop it before it gets to the point where I become explosive and things like that. But it got to that. I was feeling myself, getting to that point. I was like, my wife just did something. And I was like, oh, she's about to be the target of this. But then I thought about it. I was like, what? She doesn't deserve this rage. And it just had the realization that, a lot of people who get the narcissistic rage are not the intended targets. You are not the catalyst of the rage. A lot of times narcissistic people take out their rage on the people closest to them. Proximity. It's kind of like, proximity rage. You get the rage because you're in proximity to them. It's kind of like, you get the rage because you get the narcissistic rage because you're in their path. You're in a pathway. Like a hurricane is just, a hurricane is a hurricane. It's just whipping up. It's just spinning around, whipping it up, off the coast of Florida. It is not aiming towards Florida. It's just going along its way and it hits Florida. You know what I mean? Florida is in its path. You are in a narcissistic person's path. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell people, like, you might not even do anything to set them off. Like, you are just there. And something you do might be it seems like something you do might trigger them, but they've already been triggered throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the whatever time period that they've been triggered for. They've already been triggered for that period of time. So it's not your fault. You might get yelled at, screamed at, cussed at. They might say the most horrible stuff to you, while they're screaming and yelling at you, but you're not the target. You are the outlet. It's spilled out onto you. They build up the dam. You know how they build a dam up? When the dam breaks, the city behind the dam, closest to the dam, gets wet. You're in the pathway of the water. You didn't cause it. Something else caused the dam to break. Somebody threw a bomb off a bridge. It went down the stream of water and it blew up the dam. And the people underneath the dam get wet. But they didn't cause the rage. You just become the catalyst. I tell this to people all the time, like, when you are the closest person to a narcissist, you are going to get treated the worst. I know it's not fair, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way it goes in a lot of these toxic relationships. Because you are close to me, because your proximity is close to me, you are going to get treated a certain type of way. You are going to be the outlet. You become the outlet for all their aggression, their anger, their rage and stuff like that. And no, not all narcissists rage. You could be getting the silent treatment as a result of something somebody else did to that narcissistic person, to that toxic person. You could be getting stonewalled because of something somebody else did to that narcissistic person. What I read, y'all know I post my short videos first. So what I read in the comment section of the short videos was it kind of took me back a little bit, because people were saying that they suspected that the narcissistic person was cheating on them. And if they were having a problem with their side chick or their side dude, they would take the anger out on the narcissist. On them. Their narcissist would take the anger from their relationship with their side person out on their main person, out on their primary person, out on their husband or their wife or whatever, because they got angry at their side person, at their affair partner. Their affair partner has cut them off, and they get so angry they rage out on you. You see what I'm saying? You might not have nothing to do with it. You're just there. You're just existing, and they take it out on you. That's the way it goes sometimes in these toxic relationships. I keep telling people are just like, well, how do we make it better, Lee? I want to make it better. How do we make it work? Yeah, sometimes you can't make it work in these relationships. You can't. I know people want to. I know you try to. You want to do it as hard as you can. You want to make it work, but sometimes you are going to be the emotional punching bag of a lot of toxic people. You're going to be the emotional outlet of these people. Like, because you're close to them, like they can have a bad day at work, and guess what? They come home and scream at you. They can have a bad day at school. They come home and guess what? They scream at you. And this, like I said, they could have a bad day at home, and they're your supervisor, and they'll come take it out on you at work. They'll come take it out on their employees. They can have a bad day with their affair partner, and guess what? They go to work and take it out on their employees, their subordinates, their students, their staff. You might not have caused the rage, but you get to be the outlet. You know what I mean? That's why I tell people, I was just like, what are they saying? My therapist is asking me, she's like, what's important during the rage sessions, doing the rage bouts, doing the bouts of narcissistic rage? Like, what are you saying when you're raging out? Like, what words are you uttering? What are you saying right now in that moment when you're so angry, when you're so upset? What are you saying? That's important, because that's kind of what was going on. That's the catalyst. That the person that you're yelling and screaming at, or you're being silent to, is not the catalyst. Whatever's going on in your life is the catalyst. Your lack of communication skills, your insecurities, your unhappiness with your daily life, your unhappiness with your career path, your unhappiness with you not achieving your goals and dreams, your unhappiness with you being where you are right now, your unhappiness with your financial situation. They become the outlet. You are the outlet to this narcissistic person, to this toxic person. So again, if they're yelling and screaming at you, it might not be your fault, y'all. I'm just saying, you are just close to them and you get the brunt of it. And does it get better over time? Yeah. How does it get better if they're not putting in the work? I just don't know. People ask me that all the time. Like, how are y'all expecting them to get better if they're not actually putting in? Sorry, y'all. If they're not actually putting in the actual work to get better, they have to get better, y'all. I mean, they have to want to get better. They have to be putting in the active work to get better, because if they don't, then it's kind of like, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point? Like, they're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again, and they're not going to give, because they like having an outlet. And they might apologize to you. I'm sorry about that. Sorry I said that. And they might say some horrible stuff to you, y'all. Do they mean the horrible stuff that they say, Lee, when they're raging out on us? Yeah, they absolutely mean the horrible stuff to you. They're trying to bring you down to their level. They're trying to make you feel whatever pain that they're feeling, whatever anger that they're feeling. They're trying to make you feel the same way. So yeah, they absolutely mean what they're saying to you. You know what I mean? But it doesn't make it true. If they're saying horrible stuff to you, it doesn't make the stuff true. It's just they trying to hurt your feelings, because they're hurting, because they're sad, because they're upset with their own life. But anyways, y'all, thank you for tuning into another episode. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Like and subscribe for more. And always, mental illness is out. Peace.